Hello, and welcome back to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since my very beginning, I appreciate you stopping in and spending some time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me on Instagram, same name, no spaces. You can find me on my Facebook, which is linked down below in the description box, or you can email me directly, which is again linked down below in the description box. I come today to show you a couple of my whips. I know FO Friday and I don't have it finished, but I started a new project and I thought I would share it with you. Actually, I started two new projects since I've talked to you guys last, and I've got one that is about halfway done already, and the other one I put almost an entire cake into it already and wanted to show you. And then today, the mailman stopped by for the first time in about 4 days. We're having really bad problems with our mail right now. There's unfortunately an employee shortage. So I got a present today in the mail from the hubby, ordered me a little something, and I thought that since I had no idea it was coming, I would share the surprise with you guys in what it is that he has randomly picked. I don't know. So let's find out together, shall we? Should we do projects or presents first? Let's go with projects. We'll save the fun stuff for the last. And I will be putting a little video at the very end if you want to see how Mr. Tiny is doing. The first couple of days, I was a little bit scared. He wasn't wanting to eat very well, but I did a little research and came up with a recipe that this Mr. Tiny really enjoys. So I will put in a clip at the end so you can see him enjoying his breakfast this morning. I cooked his breakfast for him this morning, and he really loves little piggy omelets. That's one of his favorite things, and he's eating very well now. We're feeding him 3 to 4 times a day, depending on what it seems that he needs and what all we are feeding. But enough about that. Let's get into our projects. So first, I am doing my very first ever granny blanket, and I'm doing a granny rectangle blanket. I got this pattern off of Ravelry. It was free. I have changed it slightly as I'm using a cake yarn and not changing colors. That so I have changed how we join. I join the rounds and that, but I can explain that how I did that change, and then I will link the pattern that I'm using down below. If you haven't tried your first granny blanket, I invite you to join me. But the first couple rounds, I slipped and got back to the corner. But then I was like, I don't really want it to cause a visual seam. So I have moved the corner directly to the corner, as in I've only done half of this corner stitch. So I did the 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. So when I come all the way back around, I will have to do my 3 doubles. And then instead of doing a chain 2, I do a half double crochet into the corner. I learned that technique from Crystal over at Bag O Day. She taught us how to do that too. So you end up right in the center of your corner so that you can start your next round very easily. And it does make a much nicer, more invisible type seam, which I really enjoyed. Now this one is going to be quite long, or on the floor right now. So it is almost as tall as I am already. So it's going to be a nice big blanket. I'm making this for my niece using a Ferris wheel yarn. I did all of this, well, most of this last night during one movie, and I had to find the pattern and chain 164 stitches. So not too bad in one movie. I'm quite proud of myself. But I'm going to use this, I think this is Morning Java. I'm using Morning Java, but then instead of, I don't have enough morning java to make a blanket or enough of wild violets to make a blanket. And the person the blanket is going to really enjoys the color purple. But as you can see, there are colors that are the same in the two. So I'm going to use morning java and then a couple of this one, and then back to morning java, and then a couple of this one, and we should have a nice big giant blanket. I'm using a 6 millimeter hook, which this actually calls for, oh goodness gracious, I cannot see it. A 4.5 knitting needle or a 5 millimeter crochet hook. Oh goodness gracious, my eyes are getting bad. It's a number 4 weight yarn. This is a 3-ounce ball, 270 yards in total. Machine wash and dry, and dryable. It's 100% acrylic. As I said, it's Lion Brand Ferris wheel. I don't believe they make this yarn anymore, to the best of my knowledge, as they did clearance it all out and all the places I know that they sold it. But they could be still selling it. I don't online shop or shop for acrylic yarn anymore, although this is one of my all-time favorite acrylic yarns. It's extremely soft and very, very nice to work with. And then I've also been crocheting up my last spin, and I was pretty sure when I was spinning it that it was going to turn out to be self-striping. And I am making this, it's going to be an infinity scarf. I am making it out of a 4 millimeter hook. The yarn is right around a sock weight yarn when you're working with it. But this is what we got. It did indeed self-stripe. This is what I have left. So once I finish, I'm going to do the last row. Obviously, we'll have to block this one as it's liking to curl. But I'm going to finish the last row, and then, or as I'm finishing the last row, I'm going to seam them together so it will make an infinity. I think that will be really, really pretty. That one is 100% Rambouillet. That was my yarn from, or my fiber from the Crafty Housewife's yarn this last month. I believe that was April. Yes, it was April. So I got that fiber here in April. I spun it up, and now I'm making a beautiful project with it. And the blanket does count for stash down, but the scarf does not. Now, onto the fun stuff. Cut across the top so I make sure we don't snip anything. Ooh. Okay, nothing left in there. This is absolutely beautiful. It says there's a 1 ounce ball of bubble gum, 2 ounces of hot pink, 2 ounces of pastel rainbow, 1 ounce of lavender, and 1 ounce of rose quartz in this bag. Now this is from Ship's Wool. I have ordered from them and been had wonderful gifts from them several times now. They are located right in North Carolina, so when something is ordered from them, it gets here very, very quickly. And it's always absolutely gorgeous. This is where I got my undyed fiber from as well. Isn't that beautiful? Such a lovely light pink. Almost with my light, it almost washes it out into a white. It's such a light, lovely baby pink. It is so pretty. And that was the rose quartz, and then this one is bubble gum. Very, very pretty. It's not quite as bright as it's showing up on camera, although it's fairly true to color, especially like around in this area here. Let's see, this one's hot pink. Gorgeous. Now to try to get these back in where they belong, huh? So I'll remember what they are and how much there is. Here is the beautiful lavender. That is a very pretty color. And again, it's a bit bright, but it is fairly true to color because of my lighting. And here is our pastel rainbow. Very, very, very pretty. Thank you very much to the hubby for such a beautiful gift. I'm going to enjoy very much spinning it. So, and I will try to link everything that is linkable in the description box below. So if you would like to investigate this fiber company yourself, or would like to do the granny blanket that I am working on, I will link that pattern down below. And until next time, I guess I'll get out of here and talk to you later. Go get some more amazing stuff done. I will put the video in the end of little Mr. Tiny Tim, and hopefully be getting some more video of Leia here coming very soon, as I know you guys, some of you anyways, miss seeing her. So I will make sure to get out there and have some time to record very soon. And then I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.